All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, let's do it.
So today we're diving into the world of Lucid Motors.
Okay.
And, there's been a lot of buzz around this company lately.
Yeah.
And so we're going to take a look at a recent video clip and also a financial filing to kind of see what we can figure out about Lucid Motors.
Yeah.
What's the story here?
Right.
Are they worth watching?
Let's find out.
Okay. So right off the bat in this video, they highlight their brand new SUV. And this SUV is getting access to the Tesla supercharger network.
Whoa.
Pretty big deal. And they even say in the video, the CEO in the video clip says, and I quote, "the most available and convenient charging network in the U.S. and Canada."
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gold standard when it comes to charging infrastructure for EVs. I mean, it's a big deal.
So what do you think that means? Why is that such a big deal?
Well, think about it. I mean, if you're thinking about switching over to an electric vehicle,
Yeah.
one of your biggest concerns is range anxiety. What if you run it out of charge on the road?
Right.
If you have access to this really widespread network like Tesla has built, then you're not really going to have to worry about that as much. So it gives you that peace of mind.
Yeah, definitely a big selling point.
Huge, yeah.
So, I mean, it feels like a classic kind of David and Goliath story. You've got this smaller company, Lucid, this up-and-coming company partnering with this giant in the industry, Tesla. So, I mean, what do you think Tesla's motivation is here? Why would they open up their network to a potential competitor?
Yeah, I mean, why help out the competition?
Right.
It's really interesting. Maybe they're playing the long game here. If Tesla can become like the standard for EV charging, I mean, imagine if everybody was charging their car at a Tesla supercharger station. That gives them a huge advantage in the long run, even if it means helping out a competitor now.
Right.
Maybe later on down the road, they're going to be reaping the benefits.
Yeah. So potentially could actually end up backfiring on Tesla if Lucid really does take off, right?
Well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they could be giving Lucid the boost they need to become a real major player in this market.
Right. Well, speaking of taking off, the video also mentions that Lucid sales are up 51%.
Wow.
Pretty impressive, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is that sustainable?
Well, to really understand this number a little bit better, let's take a look at our second source. This financial filing from Geode Capital Management.
Okay.
Now, this may sound a little bit technical. It's called a 13FHR filing.
Okay.
But essentially what this is it's a glimpse into the world of big-time investors. It tells us what stocks they're buying and selling, so we can kind of see what the big wigs are thinking, what they're betting on.
Okay. Yeah, interesting.
And in this case, Geode has significantly increased their ownership of Lucid stock.
Right.
By a lot. 31.42%.
Wow.
So to put that into perspective, they now own over 20 million shares, which is worth almost $62 million.
Okay, so we've got Tesla opening up their charging network to Lucid.
Yep.
And then we see that Lucid's sales are increasing dramatically.
Oh.
And then on top of that, you've got these major investment firms that are pouring money into Lucid. It's painting a pretty optimistic picture.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of momentum here.
Right.
It seems like Lucid is addressing this major hurdle for EV adoption, this whole charging infrastructure problem.
Yeah.
Their sales growth is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And you've got investor confidence clearly on the rise.
So, I mean, based on all of this, would you say Lucid is a company worth considering investing in?
Well, there's always risks and rewards involved with any investment.
Sure.
I mean, nothing's guaranteed.
Right.
But, I mean, the potential upside here is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They're definitely making waves in the EV market.
Yeah.
And if they can keep this momentum going, who knows? Maybe they really will become a major force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So back to that original question. Is Lucid Motors a company worth keeping an eye on?
I think so.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way.
Yeah.
We've got this potential David and Goliath story playing out.
Yeah.
We've got sales growth.
Yeah.
We've got big investors taking notice. What other factors do you think are going to determine Lucid's success in the future?
Well, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see what they come up with in terms of innovation.
Okay.
Battery technology. Yeah. Are they going to come up with any new game-changing models?
Right.
And then, of course, the ability to actually scale up production
Sure.
to meet demand. That's going to be huge.
All right. So some things to think about as we continue to watch Lucid Motors. I mean, could Lucid's success actually accelerate the entire EV revolution? Something to think about.
Yeah. definitely something to ponder.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
Catch you next time.
See ya.